Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me for the Caring Cancer July horoscope. It's a bit of an interesting month this month. While we might not have all of the turbulence and trauma and drama like we did in May and June, there's still a few things going down. So for you, ruled by the moon, this is particularly important because we're having a supermoon in Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships, okay? So these are significant relationships, people that are important to you. And it could be business or pleasure. Maybe it's a business partner, maybe it's your husband or wife or partner, whatever. And it's time to start paying attention to your significant relationships, whether you want to or not. It's quite a Mars-heavy month for a lot of people, and particularly for you, Caring Cancerians. So you could be fed up to the back teeth with some situations. So do watch for impatience, frustration, arguments, that sort of thing. I often say that incidents and accidents go with Mars because all of this energy is coming up. At least you've got energy. You'll have energy to do something and make some decisions. Alrighty, just to briefly explain, I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you, and then we'll have a look at your horoscope in depth. If you are new here, subscribe and be alive, and don't forget to hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board. Here we go. We're going to draw these tarot cards first. That clump there wants to come up. Alrighty. So for the first half of the month, what do I see? Okay, driving along in the car, it's raining, the windscreen wipers are on. So you might have had a bit of a rough trot lately. This rain usually means tears when I see it in this context, and it could be that, you know, you're changing direction. That you might be more in the mood for compromise, okay? Maybe there was some arguments or something like that, and maybe things escaped your mouth and then you might have regretted what you said later on. But I see more of a pulling over to the left, so more receptive, more feminine, more gentle, those sorts of energies coming through, and a slight change of direction to your path. The card that comes up is the Wheel of Fortune. That says that everything changes as, you know, the planets, the heavenly bodies work their way around the cosmos, and that's happening in your life too. So slight tweaking of your direction in life, but I would say also to do with significant relationships, because the supermoon, basically it's called a supermoon because it comes very close, well, comparatively speaking, to the Earth. So within 360,000 kilometres, I'm guessing that's about 200,000 miles. You can go and convert 360 to, metric to imperial if you want, but it comes closer to the Earth, and so the effects are much stronger. So think of a full moon but on steroids. Okay, let's look in the second half of the month for you, Caring Cancerians. We'll see what comes out. All right, go back to that one there. All right, close my eyes. A fence. Boundaries. Okay, when I see a fence, I know that you need to set proper boundaries. Maybe, you know, because it is such a heavy Mars, sometimes we're not happy with the situation. We just sort of let it go and let it go and let it go, and then we explode after a while. So it's better to set a boundary early before things get too, stressful or hard to carry that amount of energy. You're better to set the boundary, you know, at the start and nip it in the bud before it really takes control. So let's have a look and see what card comes up again. All right, we'll go with that one there. It's the Emperor. Okay. That fits because this is about dominance and control. It could be that you're in some sort of situation where it's a battle of wills with another person, particularly if it is an important partner. And there's some energy here for saying these are the rules, you've got to abide by these rules, you broke the rules, something like that. So this is all about power, control and dominance. And even if you're not in a relationship, you might find this coming up in yourself, so that you're telling yourself what to do and you're hard on yourself. Try to go easier. Treat yourself at least as well as you would treat any other person, okay? Some people like this energy because it's like playing within the rules, it's safe, it's contained, it is all about boundaries. And people feel safe and they can get on and do their own thing in that small little area. I'm not one that likes that, but I understand that stability and security are important for many people. Me too. I like security, of course. All right, so you've got 2 major arcana there, which is very significant, rarely comes up. So even though astrologically it's not a huge month, for you there is a lot happening, and it is important, okay, more so for you than other star signs. Okay, so I'm going to put that like that, but I am going to make this bigger, and then you'll be able to see what's going on much better. Okay, so rule of moon, hugely impacting your relationships because it's a super moon. This is also a more public, I've put public, that's the wrong word, sorry. No, it's the right word. Yep. It is a public chart because you've got most of the planets above the horizon. So just be cautious with whatever's going on in your personal life, that you don't blur the boundaries between personal and between personal and public too much, because people can see what's going on. They'll see more than you think they see. If you're not in business or you don't care, well, that's fine. That'll be fine. Watch out for oversharing on social media as well. Alrighty, now bear all of that in mind, because now we're going to look at your horoscope in depth. 30th of June until the 3rd of July, Mars squares Pluto. It gives you a lot of drive for personal power, achievement and control over your life. That's very strong. It's not a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of. The issue is if it gets out of balance and you become domineering to yourself or to other people, or if you become compulsive about what you're doing. If that is the case, then you might see everything as some sort of obstacle or restriction to your personal freedom, and life won't be enjoyable if you view it in that way. Do watch for ego conflicts, or there could be some sort of power struggle. It's important, as I said before, not to go too hard on yourself, or don't push yourself too hard, or other people too hard either. The 3rd of July to the 19th of July, Mercury moves into your sign here, and it's likely that you'll be wanting to come out and make quite a statement to the world. You want to be not seen. Sorry, you know that old saying, seen and not heard? That's what you don't want, okay? You want to be heard and seen. So, you might have been sitting there stewing on something for a while, and it's up to you to choose how it comes out. You're going to express it one way or the other, so maybe give it some thought about how you want it to come out. The other thing, you might be quite keen and alert. You might really be up for learning, like you're mentally restless, and it's a great time to initiate discussions about whatever it is that's causing the restlessness. It's time to get your message across. The 3rd of July to the 6th of July sees Mars sextiling your ascendant, Mars again, and you will probably want to be very clear in your communications and bring everything up and discuss it. You'll probably appear confident while you're doing that, and people will probably want to compromise with you or follow your lead in some way. From the 3rd of July to the 19th of August, Mars moves into your 11th house up here, And this means that you could be offered a leadership role regarding a group or a community organisation. You could be pretty fired up about your ideals and you want to express them to groups of people. Team sports and group efforts of any kind are likely to appeal to you now. The 13th of July sees a supermoon here in Capricorn, and as I mentioned before, it's time to pay attention to your relationships. It's also possible that your ties with women could be strengthened or come into focus now, and perhaps that involves your mother as well. The 11th of July to the 14th of July, Mars squares Moon, and there's Mars again. Watch for irritability, temper tantrums, and flying off the handle. So watch for impatience. Now, I don't want to sound all negative because Mars gives you a lot of energy and you can actually get stuff done. The issue with this aspect, this influence, Mars squaring the Moon, it's likely that this is stuff coming up from your subconscious. So you mightn't be thinking quite logically or analytically. You mightn't be thinking of the consequences or the effects of what you say. So just, be cautious there. 16th of July to the 11th of August, Venus comes into your sign here. This is beautiful. You could have a very strong desire to improve your appearance, your identity. You might be looking at makeup, new clothes, or maybe a new hairstyle or something like that. Go to the hairdresser. You probably also want harmony and beauty and gracious surroundings around you. When Venus comes in, this sort of smooths things over with Mars a bit, and because Venus doesn't like unpleasantness, so you might be more in a sort of compromising mood when Venus comes in. Pleasure and affection become much more important to you. It's not really the time for work, it's more the time for luxuriating around, have a pamper day or something like that. 17th of July to the 20th of July, Mars sextiles the Sun, giving you a lot of energy. You can accomplish a great deal fairly easily. You're likely to be feeling independent. You want to take the initiative and you want to strike out on your own. And also, again, you could be offered a leadership role in something. A group of people, somebody notices that you seem quite confident, and so they could even ask for your help. 18th of July to the 3rd of August, Mercury moves into your second house here. This is probably to do with your finances, commercial transactions, or your material security, or what you believe in, the things that you find valuable in life. So there's a lot of discussions and negotiations going on about your resources. It's a great time to consult with a financial planner or an accountant and get your business affairs in order. Just there, I was just looking at that and looking, because you've got the new moon here later in the month as well, and this insight and awareness. I feel like some of you are shutting up shop on something. You're saying something like, oh, it's not worth the money, it's not worth me doing it, I'm not earning enough money for what I'm doing, or something like, along those lines. And it's because you've spent a lot of time and effort trying to get something going, and it's probably working a bit, but not as well as you would like. And so I feel some of you will make the decision to end a situation so that you can move on and, look forward to a better future. And looking for other things that you can start. Okay, especially regarding money. Okay, then we have 20th of July to the 23rd of July, Mars sextiling your MC, working very clearly, very energetically. Again, you look like the leader in a group. People in authority respond favourably to you now. And you can take a risk or fix or rectify a problem in a new way. 21st of July to the 22nd of August sees the Sun move into your second house here. Again, it's all about your money, possessions, your material security and the things that you value, and you get a lot of insight around these things. Perhaps now you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you don't win the lotto straight away, you can see what you need to do to improve your financial circumstances. 28th of July sees a new moon in Leo here. See, it's all about your dough. And this brings a new start. So the other thing is, if you're working from home, you might get your home in order so that you feel that you can work better and be more organised. You might also check your insurance and anything to do with working or making your working life, or where you make money, how to improve it, basically. Just what you don't, with a new moon, just what you don't spend money on impulse, especially on things, that you just fritter money away on and they don't really have much practical value. 22nd of July to the 3rd of August, Jupiter squares the Sun. You could be feeling a bit frustrated. It's like you have these aspirations of things that you want to do, but there's reasons you can't do them right now. It's like you're looking at greener pastures, basically, and that's fine. It's a good energy in that it spurs you on to create a better life and a better future regarding your career, and you'll probably want to take some risks with this. You're likely to be quite lucky, and even though it's Jupiter squaring the Sun, the square is often a challenging aspect. Because it is Jupiter and the Sun, it's not so bad, actually. It can work out really good. The only thing you have to be careful of is that you're not overconfident. You need to do a lot of research if you're changing jobs, and check that you're going into a better situation. But it's quite possible that you could go into a better situation. You might change jobs and get a higher paying job, for example, if you are working. The thing here is just to curb your wild and crazy ideas a little bit, and keep your feet on the ground and be practical. It is time for a change, and that's a good thing. 15th of July to the 13th of August, Jupiter trines Mercury, gives you excellent mental concentration. It's a fabulous time for reading, writing, researching, analysing a situation, and you might feel like going off and doing a lot of work just by yourself. It gives self-discipline, which is fabulous to get stuff done, and if you find that you've got these projects, maybe you've got a pile of bills or paperwork and you just haven't done anything with it, it's just sitting there, and then you can actually get in and tidy everything up. Okay, so the other thing is you might get some sort of, because your thinking is so clear, and it's like you might go and get some sort of training or, learn online by yourself in some way, and you'll be more inclined to make wise, intelligent decisions now because of your excellent concentration. If you are studying and you've got any exams to do, you're likely to be blessed with this energy. Alrighty, so that's your horoscope. Don't forget these two cards here saying it's time for a change, and recognising that dominance and power can be a bit of a theme this month. If you play within the rules, that's fine. You might also decide that you don't like those rules and you're going to make up your own rules and play by your own rules. All up to you. Alrighty, so that's it, caring Cancerians. I hope this is helpful for you. Leave me a like, that'd be great. Share on your socials and leave a comment. Have a wonderful month, and if you are new, subscribe me live, and don't forget to hit the notification bell right now. Okay, I'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.